Hello, and welcome back to The Witness. Last time I did a bunch of stuff in the treehouse, and then found this windmill. I went in and started messing around with a few things, and realized it was not just one or two puzzles, but potentially an entire new area. So let's continue with this. See what we can find down here. Watch it just be like one thing. This looks kind of like desert. Uh-oh. Hmm. Well, this is pretty straightforward. I mean, so in regards to asking for help and guidance and things like that, the impression that I've gotten from the comments has been that this is kind of an open game and I should be exploring and finding more tutorials and stuff like that before I do that. So at this point, if I'm stuck on a puzzle that I don't seem to be able to solve, I think I just give up on it immediately and go somewhere else. Is the better way to go about things. Like this, for example. Oh, where the sound cut out was kind of weird. Okay, well, I can do something with that. We in a hexagonal room here. Hmm. Okay, well, if I do this, does that light up anything in here? None of these panels seem to be turning on. Which is what I was thinking might happen. We'll just leave it disabled for now because I don't know what it does. I missed this the first time I ran through. Okay. One day I'll figure out what those do. I don't know why I'm okay with turning those on. I guess because I found them in multiple areas and I just don't know what they do. Okay. Right, so this obviously isn't going to... Hmm. These squares, I still don't know entirely how they work. And the thing is, I can't... Hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of annoying stuff with this. Like, does that work for this one? It does. Well, no, I'm not getting any lights. Okay, so we're not going to mess with that. And then this, we don't know. Okay. Yeah, so this is probably a place that I come back to later. So where else haven't I been? Okay, we're back to the start. This is where I was trying to go at the end of the previous episode. And this is something I brought up in the comments as well, where like an issue I had with these puzzles, I guess I wasn't explaining myself well on video, or maybe I'm just misunderstanding something. But the issue I was having with these was that my initial assumption was that anytime you have a black-white pair, you needed a line to go between them. And now I know, or at least I'm assuming, that it's actually, you need different sections. So like this white is blocked off in its own segment. These whites are in their own segment. And then the blacks are in a different segment that doesn't mix with the whites. So with that new understanding, let's go back to the obviously impossible room here. So I had to do all of the dots. I'm going to recreate the thing that I was doing wrong before. So this is what I was going for before. Why doesn't this work? It doesn't work because of these two here being in the wrong section. If I do that, we have white on the inside and black in all of these outside pockets, except for this one thing. So if I do that instead, does that fix it? It does. Obviously impossible. Also a very slow door. Dramatic. So now that I understand that rule, I can make a little bit more progress. Was there really any reason to be in here, though? Well, we found an interactable. You know, it's probably good that I just did this right now. As opposed to earlier, because I have an idea as to what this might actually be now. Okay, starting from here and going along that segment. Didn't I almost do that? Orientation is this, by the way. Alright, back to the windmill. Of course, I'm not doing anything else down here, but I might as well solve that while it's still in my mind. Hopefully I remember. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that was saying starting from here and then doing that.
Well, that's no better a solution than any of the others, is it?
That's not what I was expecting.
So, in the end, have we learned anything from this look at why the world turned out the way it did that's of any use to us in our future? Something, I think. That the key to why things change is the key to everything. How easy is it for knowledge to spread? And that in the past, the people who made change happen were the people who had that knowledge, whether they were craftsmen or kings. Today, the people who make things change, the people who have that knowledge, are the scientists and the technologists who are the true driving force of humanity. And before you say, what about the Beethovens and the Michelangelos? Let me suggest something with which you may disagree violently. That at best, the products of human emotion, art, philosophy, politics, music, literature, are interpretations of the world that tell you more about the guy who's talking than about the world he's talking about. Second-hand views of the world, made third-hand by your interpretation of them. Things like that, as opposed to this. Know what it is? It's a bunch of amino acids, the stuff that goes to build up a worm or a geranium or you. This stuff's easier to take, isn't it? Understandable, got people in it. This scientific knowledge is hard to take because it removes the reassuring crutches of opinion, ideology, and leaves only what is demonstrably true about the world. And the reason why so many people may be thinking about throwing away those crutches is because, thanks to science and technology, they have begun to know that they don't know so much, and that if they are to have more say in what happens to their lives, more freedom to develop their abilities to the full, they have to be helped towards that knowledge that they know exists and that they don't possess. And by help towards that knowledge, I don't mean give everybody a computer and say, help yourself. Where would you even start? No, I mean trying to find ways to translate the knowledge, to teach us to ask the right questions. See, we're on the edge of a revolution in communications technology that is going to make that more possible than ever before. Or, if that's not done, to cause an explosion of knowledge that will leave those of us who don't have access to it as powerless as if we were deaf, dumb, and blind. And I don't think most people want that. So what do we do about it? I don't know. But maybe a good start would be to recognize within yourself the ability to understand anything, because that ability is there, as long as it's explained clearly enough. And then go and ask for explanations. And if you're thinking right now, what do I ask for? Ask yourself if there's anything in your life that you want changed. That's where to start.
Okay. So we've gotten a few of these tapes, recordings from various places in the game so far. And I haven't really commented on them too much. And the reason for that is that, frankly speaking, that's not why I'm here. I'm here to play a puzzle game and to sort of ruminate on philosophy or whatever. There is a place for that. It's interesting to do, but that's not what I want to be doing right now. So that is to say, things like this, they could be interesting to some people. I don't find them personally valuable at the moment. Which is to say, that was kind of a disappointing reward. Finally solved that one puzzle. Now,
Well, that's no better a solution.
interesting. So, we do actually get a video there. And this tells me that there are going to be 5 more of these. I think somebody mentioned something about potential copyright issues. So, I guess I'll find out when I upload this video. I've never had a copyright strike on my channel before. That'll be exciting. But yeah, so don't have too much to say about that, except that, yeah, it didn't really make any progress towards further goals in the game. And if these recordings are part of why people seem so interested in this game compared to other puzzle games that I've played, then, well, sorry that you're watching the wrong person for that kind of stuff, I guess. Alright, so from here... I took the boat once as a shortcut, and I think that might have been a mistake. I was told that I was kind of going in the back door of that zone, which totally makes sense because I'd taken an alternate entrance in. So I'm going to try avoiding the boat and just running around for a bit, seeing if I can find a new area. Yeah, that honeycomb pattern, I'm expecting to find a bunch of different solutions to that particular puzzle, and probably just getting videos for it at this point. Maybe there's something if I collect all of them. Alright, so here, this was a quarry, I believe. And, right, puzzles that I don't... are symbols that I recognize now, but I don't know what they mean. I just know that I've seen them. I don't think there was anything down here I could do. Can't I climb on the roof? Take the stairs. There was a panel here, I remember that. Right, that door, I think, actually my way through. And obviously I need access to this building to access that presumably laser in the yellow box there. Alright, is there anything else over this way? This probably needs to be powered. I can't jump down here. So this, no. I have some idea now. Right, that shape is awkward, so rather than trying to do that, I didn't accept that rotated twice. Yeah, that's an issue because... Okay, well if I do this, does it... It doesn't tell me if something's right or wrong. So I'm supposed to know the solution or how this sort of thing works. Okay, so yeah, we're not going to mess with that. We finished... We finished in here. Was there a way to go further through the forest? I think I went back to a different place. I don't know if I continued going this way. Okay. Wasn't there somewhere that I had a map? Maybe it was just on the boat. Alright, we're back in this field. Have I ever gone and looked at that gate? Okay, I've crossed that bridge before. I think I went this way once. Yeah, we started messing with that, but I'm pretty sure this town is a collection of everything. And here is where, yeah, we had this weird thing. I don't, did I just never see that? I don't know if I ever actually came up here. That's pretty obvious. Okay, let's scour the grounds here before we... somewhere else. Okay, just opened a shortcut. Interesting. The lighting, that looks like a person whose hand is stretched down. We've also got these interesting holes in the walls here. Could there be a hint in this area? Well, this thing is the only thing that looks like it could be puzzle related. Okay, well, there's a laser. Or at least a yellow box. So this gets me in here. Okay, and those panels are only accessible from this side. Well, maybe if we go inside... never mind. Oh wait. Not coming from that. That is going into something else. That's a very distinctive line. Maybe we can draw on that somewhere else. Am I going to be blocked by the tree? I sure am. Alright. Is there an angle? I don't think there's an angle I'm going to be able to do this, because even though I can get these both here, I can't start at one and go to the other. So because of the tree in the center, I think this is actually impossible. Maybe if I was looking directly down, depending on how bushy these leaves are, I might have a view from the top where I can see it. But from down here, hold on. Out of way. Yeah, no, obviously, that's way easier than I thought. What was I thinking? Does it matter which exit I take? I think the answer is yes, because I clearly have 4 options out, and I just used one of them. Okay, and that, what did that do for me? Obviously, it opened up this. Okay, that was something. I wonder if the mural, because that was a person with the hand extended. Did I just do something? I don't know. Can't do anything with these here. Is this still the same? Person with hand extended. Is there a cup? Not that I can see. I'm also not sure that I successfully solved that one puzzle. What did I do? I got it close. Closer? Yeah, and then it does that. Well, that one seems pretty obvious. Where would this go? We've got a broken bridge. But you have to be pretty... pretty accurate. Okay, where should this cup be? If we put the ball in the cup. Okay, that fits pretty nicely. Because it gets that little bit. There we go. But it's not finished. So that's where it lines up, but I can't quite finish this. I can't go anywhere else. And this one, there are actually multiple potential options. But I think... Okay, I think I want that covered. How precise do I have to be? Pretty precise, it turns out. Okay, well, I did something. And then this one, like, I have to do them in order. This is annoyingly precise. Yeah, and it's just not working. And I get a look at that. I feel like I'm drawing... The two shapes that I drew were on that pillar. Alright, well, the next obvious thing to do is to try a different configuration. That is different. Okay, so it's opening this one this time. It's interesting that that is so visible there. Oh, this is two different layers, and so I need the outer layer to be down, but the one close to me, I guess the inner layer, because we're in a building. The inner layer needs to be down, but the outer layer needs to be up. And that way I have that little missing bit of the line. Okay, but with this down... This is supposed to give me... some insight into something here. Hmm. Okay, well, I'm not seeing anything immediately useful from that. Let's try outside looking in. This massive gaping hole is pretty suspicious. Hmm. Also, looking for patterns like this. Like we have these diamond shapes. None of them have any markings. Alright, so I don't think I got anything out of that. That's this one, okay. It's coming down. Means this side will be open. Okay, this is probably the solution here. This makes sense. Got the two simple ones and then the one that's complicated. Okay, well, let's look at this simple one first. If I... all of it through there, makes sense. Don't have to run outside. Okay, so this one immediately looks like it doesn't work the same way. But I do see that there's a... this is kind of annoying trying to set this up. Not quite. Will this work? Slightly better angle. Okay, that looks pretty clear. No. Was that for this one? Maybe. I mean, that looked like it lined up pretty nicely. I can't grab it from here. Or is it reset? Hmm. The obvious thing is the second panel does the second. Yeah, I mean, that looks... so clear. So I did this last time. I don't think it worked. What if I do that? There's a couple, so there's enough leeway that they're... Oops. Stuck on. There's enough leeway there. There are multiple potential solutions, which isn't great. So if I wanted to be as clear as possible... See, the problem is, I could do that. And I could also do this or this. Are there any hints? His branch is broken off. So it's possible that that's a hint that I'm supposed to do that. Was there a hint for the top corner? Yeah, there's a branch broken there. Okay. Then there's this one, which... I guess we probably just look at this. This is going to be mirrored. So right, left, right, down. And small, medium, small maybe. Right, left, let's get a reference from in here. You can see the scope of how far over it's going. Yeah, that's only going one. That's only going one. Maybe it's just one the whole way then. I don't see another shape that's going to work. So right, left, right, down. Okay. Well, we cleared that side. Which does get us in here. Looks like we have to do the same thing over there to open that gate, though. So I have opened half of a shortcut. Seems like a lot of work. Well, there is one thing we haven't done yet, which is... Let's see, this is where I first... Well, I think it's this one I haven't done. Yes. We don't need those open anymore. These open. Can that possibly make a difference? Okay, well there's a board that lit up in the middle there. Wonder when that happened. Yeah, that could be anything. It's not like I can get those wrong to close the door again. Does having these open make any difference at all? There is a suspicious white line of clouds here. Very natural branches here. We have something like that on this side as well. We have something. White work. Angle isn't quite right. I feel like that's where it starts. Well, if we're blocking the reds, I mean, this isn't a complete solution either way. If it's not the gaps, no, like that's pretty suspicious. It's got to be something like that, right? Here we go. I'm not in the right spot, but I think this is the right idea. Probably want to be closer. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. Nice and clear. So is this for this one or for the other one? I see you. Got a circle. So for blocking, 2 over, 2 up, 1, 1. So 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 2 for the X. Or can I just... Yeah, okay, good enough. Are we missing part of the other solution? Also, we just used this, right? It's probably not being used for both of these. I mean, it could be. Look for a different set of branches. Can there even be a different set of branches, though? Yes, because these are different than these. So if that branch is missing, where would that go into this? Two, 1, 1, 1, 1. 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. Maybe if I look closer at it, I'll see that it's broken. But I want to do that. So 2 across, 2 down, up. And then stairs to victory. Stairs to victory. Okay. Just happening to notice that when I did ended up being a lucky break. If I look at this, can I see that this is broken? It doesn't really... Yeah, I don't know about that one. Don't know about that. Alright, well that's 2 sides solved. Assuming that this was the front. It might not be. Okay, well... That wasn't it, was it? Did I just solve this entire zone? And all the rest of this is just, I don't know, extra stuff? I mean, it is going where it needs to go. So this ultimately didn't matter. It could lead to something else later. That? There is still the matter of... this. But even if we got all three, would it mean anything? Well, this was the first one I did. Yeah, it's just not doable. Okay, well... There are still mysteries. There's this one. I don't even know where my destination is on this one. I've just noticed that I can do things with it. But I think that's all I really want to do with this section for now, so I'll look for something else next time. I will see you then.